Are you ready to embark on a journey towards financial freedom, but you find yourself overwhelmed by questions like, what is financial freedom and are there any steps to get there? Where do I start? Is financial freedom solely based on income, savings, and investments? And perhaps most importantly, can anyone achieve it? By the end of this video, you will know all about the 7 levels of financial freedom, helping you identify where you are and take steps to the next level. So let's get started. Understanding your financial situation is the foundation of financial health. To get started, you need to have clarity on where you are to determine where you want to go and where you want to be in the future. By watching this video, you are taking the first step in the right direction of achieving your financial goals. This involves taking an honest look at what you earn and what you spend. Based on that, you can create your personal financial goals. And slowly but surely, you will form new financial habits and systems that will support you on your journey. Being able to cover your own expenses and not needing to rely on any external support like your parents is the level of self-sufficiency. For many, this means living paycheck to paycheck or depending on loans, but it establishes a base for autonomy. And let me tell you, this situation doesn't only affect low-income earners or people who have just started working after their studies, but also high-income earners of 6 figures. In fact, 59% of adults in the US admit to living paycheck to paycheck, almost half have credit card debt, and only 38% have an emergency fund. This problem is not confined to the US, it actually spreads globally. For example, the German Institute for Economic Research in Berlin reveals that almost half of the population, or 40%, is living paycheck to paycheck. Similarly, a third of UK workers, 36%, are living month to month without any spare cash for emergencies. At this level, you start to see your finances loosen up. After covering your living expenses, you can allocate funds toward long-term objectives like establishing an emergency fund or setting money aside for retirement. You are out of survival mode and you have established an emergency fund of at least $1,000 to cover minor unexpected expenses. That way, you also avoid getting further into debt. Increasing your income and your savings rate will help you move closer to your financial goals and the next level. As mentioned earlier, high earnings don't always equate to financial freedom, as people with high earnings often spend more due to lifestyle inflation. To avoid lifestyle inflation and stay on track with your savings goals, keep tabs on your spending when you get that raise at work. Do you really need that bag or the 5th pair of sneakers? Maybe you would rather put it into your emergency fund to get to the next level of financial freedom. Reaching a point where consumer debts are cleared and savings cover 6 months of living expenses defines financial stability. This buffer prepares you for life's unpredictabilities and ensures security regardless of job stability or unforeseen expenses. When determining the amount, it's up to you what you want to include in your living expenses. Is it the bare minimum like rent, utilities, or food, or do you also want to add your Netflix subscription or Audible membership? No matter what it is, make sure to put it in your plan. This level instills confidence and offers you a safety net in case of financial setbacks. By clearing debts and having savings of 6 months of living expenses, you can navigate life's uncertainties with more ease. The financial cushion allows for a sense of peace and preparedness. It acts as a security blanket and helps you make healthier financial decisions moving forward. This was also the point for me personally where I started investing my money so it can work for me. You have made it to 2 years worth of expenses saved. This achievement puts you way ahead of many people globally. At this level, your options broaden significantly and you can think about your money in terms of the time it can buy you. It opens up possibilities such as career breaks or exploring new personal projects without the immediate financial pressure. Make sure you have access to that money so you stay flexible at all times. Achieving this level often requires a significant shift towards saving and investing a high portion of your income and living well below your means. Once reached, this stage means that you have saved enough money to cover 30 years worth of yearly expenses. This is based on the idea that you can take out 4% of your savings each year without running out of money. Very simply put, you calculate your cost of yearly living and multiply it by 25. So let's take $100,000 and multiply it by 25. Therefore, you would need $2.5 million to retire from your work completely or pursue any career or life path without any financial concerns. If you lower your yearly living expenses, the amount you need to live off of decreases accordingly. Let's say you only need $50,000 yearly. You would only need $1.25 million. And I'm only saying only because I'm relating it to the number earlier, the 2.5 million, because it's not only $1.25 million, it's a lot of money. Obviously, it goes deeper than that because money touches multiple areas of our lives. And it would be wise to always make adjustments, but it's a good guideline. You would think that financial independence is the ultimate goal, but there is indeed a level 7. The difference is while those in level 6 have to monitor their portfolio to ensure their retirement plan stays on track, those in level 7 do not have these concerns. Doing groceries with your private jet and having breakfast in the morning, the afternoon, or in the evening, while cruising around in the time zones of the world is the norm. Obviously, it's a bit exaggerated, but you get the gist. Level 7 represents abundant wealth, having more money than you'll ever need. At this stage, you don't have to worry about money and it doesn't play a crucial role in your day-to-day life anymore. And the burning question, can I reach financial freedom? To me personally, financial freedom is a journey. It looks different to everyone. And it is super important that everyone determines for themselves the why and how of their version of financial freedom to gain fulfillment. And speaking of fulfillment, I simply don't think that money can buy happiness. There are more important things in life than money. But let's face it, money definitely helps. What money can do very well is create opportunity. All the countless books, studies, and podcasts about happiness that I have devoured for the last 4 years have validated that money alone doesn't make you happy. When I reached my dream salary, it was a great achievement. But let me tell you that to me personally, an even greater achievement was being able to move to 4 different countries, afford switching jobs in different industries starting at zero, and most of all, to contribute to my family's financial well-being. It was one of my main motivators to move up from level 2. Often philanthropy and giving back is taken out of the equation, and I get it. Especially when we look at the 7 levels of financial freedom and the studies again. The numbers speak volumes. Half of Americans are at level 2 of the pyramid, which means full-on survival mode. How are you going to give back others? And by the way, I'm speaking only about money here. Obviously, there are many more ways how you can give back to people. When you're 24/7 on survival mode, trying to make ends meet. On top of that, let's add consumerism fired up by social pressure and the rise in living costs. So going back to me saying money doesn't make you happy, I do believe that getting out of level 2 definitely does make you happier as you have more resources. I can definitely attest to that from first-hand experience. However, I do think that money has diminishing returns when reaching certain levels. That's why it's even more important that everyone finds their own version of financial freedom and gain fulfillment beyond money. My notion of financial freedom might be different to your notion. That's the beauty of humankind. We are all so different and yet so similar. We can inspire each other and lift each other up while being authentic and true to ourselves. I love to build a life of my own design, full of making experiences and along the way not skimping on my favorite coconut lattes or raves. By spending intentionally and still buying things that I truly enjoy, I keep my financial journey exciting. At the same time, I have implemented practical strategies to save more money. Check out this video if you're interested in it. I want to make sure I have a fulfilled life at the age of 65, which has made me start saving and investing money long-term for retirement, rather than buying the 5th designer bag. Coming from a fashion background where I developed a borderline fashion addiction, I not only started my financial journey with a big spender mentality, but also with a very low income, including student loan debts. Further back even, I faced plenty of challenges during my time back in school that made it harder for me to go down the traditional route of university and getting my education in economics. This also made it definitely harder for me to move up a few levels on the pyramid of financial freedom. On my way, I realized that true fulfillment doesn't only come from money, but from community, giving back, meaningful relationships, health, and having time to do the things that we truly love doing. And by the way, this can also be a job that you really love. Finding a balance between reaching your financial goals while focusing on the other aspects of your life will be important, at least if you seek to be happy as well. So to me personally, the answer is yes, you can reach financial freedom. However, it might look different to me than it does to you or your partner or your friend or your siblings. Nevertheless, no matter which level your ultimate goal is, I think you need to be in it for the long haul. Have a plan and never give up on your journey to build true wealth. At least I am. It would mean the world to me if you would give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell as well as the subscribe button, and join the community as it grows. So see you next time. Bye.